Welcome back to the Back in Time channel. Okay, guys, so I wanted to come on and do this quick video because Tamika Scott from Escape has done another review, a second episode review of Escape and SWV, the Queens of R&B, and she talked a little bit about this episode. So I wanted to come on and discuss a little bit of what she had to say, or just review some of the things that she talked about and give my thoughts on it. So in this video, she's talking about how she is still upset from seeing the things, or the whole fiasco, the blow up that she had from last week's episode. She was explaining how things was hard for her, seeing how everything went down, and that she did not anticipate on things going that direction. She also talked about how it was rough on her the whole entire week. You know, things really have gotten worse between her sister and her mother. Between all the three of them, things have gotten worse. So their relationship is really being affected by this reality show. And this goes back to what I was saying in my older videos, when I said that I believe once this rolls around this year, they're going to see things on here, and it's going to make the relationship within the group and with each other worse. And that is unfolding right before our eyes. We can see that. And so basically she was saying that she tried to work things out with her sister before filming the show. She talked about that. She talked about that in the first review, and she said her sister did not want to sort things out. And so you get a result of this by them not talking things out. This is how she ended up blowing up, because she said she felt attacked. And you can tell this is weighing on Tamika, because with her personality, if you pay attention, her personality is very fun, very bubbly. She's very outgoing, and you can tell like the sadness and everything that was on her face when she was expressing what was going on with her and her family. And to me, I feel like it's very hypocritical of Tasha to not want to talk and sit down and work things out with her sister, because you don't want to practice forgiveness, but you want to hold grudges instead. And to me, it doesn't seem right, because it's like you talk about how you want to do this gospel album, and you want to be ministering music and stuff like that, and you want to sing about God and stuff, but you have to do these things are important. You're holding a grudge against your sister, and you making it all seem like she disrespected your mom, when she really didn't disrespect the mom. She had her outburst, and she told the truth. All this is wrapped up. All this is masked in embarrassment. That's the real issue. Tasha is really embarrassed because she got exposed on national television in front of a wide audience, and it basically tarnishes the image that she has spent so long trying to put out there or portray. And so she's been exposed with that. And so Tamika goes on to say that she didn't mean to say those things she said. She just felt attacked. She felt like her mom and her sister were ambushing her. And one of the things that's crazy is because Tasha, she changed her number, right? She don't want nobody with her number. Nobody in the group has her number. No one but Tiny. And Tiny just got Tasha's number just a few short weeks ago. So in my mind, I'm like, well, these are your business partners. So how are you doing business and they don't have contact information on you? And which is more sad about all of this is that she gave Tiny her phone number, but she won't even give her own sister her number. That looks even worse. Now, granted, her and Tiny has always had a very, very healthy relationship throughout the history of the group. Even when Tasha and the other girls didn't get along or whatever. Even when Tasha and Candy didn't see eye to eye. They still don't. Tiny has always remained neutral with the sisters and with Tiny, even when the group disbanded. And for her to not even have your own blood with your phone number and stuff, it just doesn't look right. It's a horrible look. And Tiny says she just got her phone number. And so I'm trying to understand, how are you able to do business? And the sister said that they communicate through her mom. So basically, if they want something or they have to do business or shows and stuff like that, Tamika has to communicate that through her mom. So I'm thinking like, well, not even the husband communicates or something like that. They can't even communicate or get in contact with her unless it's through the mom. And then the mom says, well, she can't give the phone number out because um, she's trying to protect her peace and she's not ready yet. She's trying to maintain her peace. And I fought the mom so much for this because if you're supposed to be the parent, right, and your children are sitting up here having an argument and falling out, and y'all supposed to be family, you're further encouraging this because you are enabling this type of behavior from Tasha. And I can only say it stems from you, because how can you sit there and know that she changed her number and cut everybody off, including her sister, but then want to say, oh, I'm just trying to protect my peace? But then she's in the group and she's trying, and they do business together. To me, it just was a horrible look. It just didn't look right. And I felt like the mom ought to be ashamed, to be honest, because you are the parent. If anything, y'all are all y'all have. At the end of the day, when the lights fade and the money's gone and the people gone home from the concert and, everything's gone, all y'all have at the end of the day are each other. And for you to further, encourage that division, because that's what you're doing. You further encouraging that, because you won't sit down and say, Tasha, hey, okay, I understand you upset, I understand you mad, but at least don't cut your sister off. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to operate out of love and everything like it. Else you supposed to drive with love first, above all. And that's what I didn't understand about Tasha when they met last week in that kitchen scene, when she was talking about she can't have a conversation with her sister unless she sort things out with her mama first. And then she basically was again masking her embarrassment, saying that, oh, okay, you disrespected my mama, so we can't talk until you fix things with her. But the issue is not with them. Well, the mama is part of the issue. She's a big part of it. But Tamika didn't disrespect her mama. Tamika's not upset with her mom, but she's upset with the fact that basically you making her seem like a liar, and you are basically making it seem like she's crazy, because she expressed it in this video. She said she didn't like the way they made her seem like she was crazy when she was telling the truth. And she said that's why she had her outburst that she had. And she also felt like, well, if she brought her daughter along, they would kind of like smooth things over. She was like, she brought her daughter Ocean alongside, and it was like she wasn't never even there. And it just was sad, because she was like, basically, Tasha was being fake. You was just at Tiny's house with them. You didn't even go over there to hug her. You barely wanted to speak. And you don't even acknowledge Candy. And it's crazy, because Tasha always talk about protecting her peace, protecting her energy. But then you want to go over here and do gospel, but you won't even operate out of the fruits of the spirit. Like, mainly being love and peace. You don't operate out of love because you want to continue to hold this grudge with your sister. And then you're not operating out of peace, because when you come into the room, you bring negative energy with you. You bring everybody's mood down. You halfway don't want to speak. You don't even acknowledge Candy at all. And then on top of that, you mad at your sister about something that you claim that she did to your mom. So how are you going to minister and do a gospel album and preach and talk about God when you can't even exhibit godly behavior? So that was very hypocritical to me, that I keep seeing from Tasha, and we keep seeing over and over the pattern. These coming as these weeks, keep coming with these episodes. She also expressed in her video how she didn't like the kitchen scene with Rocky and her sister. She was like, it hurt her the most because her sister stood and sat right there while he basically indirectly threatened her. She took it as a threat. She said she even got DMs from people saying that, hey, did he just threaten you? Talking about it's going to be consequences for her saying his name or name dropping him and accusing him of something that didn't happen. When she clearly says, she reiterated, like, she has proof. She got receipts of them stealing her $30K. So she has concrete proof of them doing this, and he goes on TV and basically make indirect threats. And basically what Tamika had to say about that was is that she'd be waiting. She like to know what those threats was, because she said God is on her side. And not only is God on her side, she got her husband behind her also to back her up. And so I highly doubt if he tried anything with her or try to buck up at her without Tamika's husband getting involved. And she also went on to expose him and said that he is the reason why R&B Divas show is no more, because he threatened Nicci Gilberts' husband. He pulled out a gun on him. And Nicci Gilbert said that it wasn't worth it. You know, the show's not worth it, jeopardizing her husband's life and stuff like that. So the show was no more. And she also went on to say that he also threatened a producer named Lawrence who had a stroke or something like that. And he does this type of stuff all the time. So
when I saw my sister, and because she just was like, she just let him say whatever, I felt like that was a threat.
My name come up.
You and Rocky stole my money. Mama didn't say nothing.
I'm sick of being called out by Tamika. Yeah. When you scream somebody now, you gotta deal with what come with it. Deal with what come with it.
So I'm just trying to figure out what the consequences. I'm waiting on the consequences to see what those are for telling the truth. I know he got something coming, because I don't know if y'all watched R&B Diva. It was a confrontation where on R&B Divas, he got into it with Nicci Gilberts' husband, and I was told, allegedly, I took that for candy, that he pulled a gun out on her husband. And after that, it was no more R&B Diva. And I heard Nicci say that she talked about the situation online, and she was saying that her husband's life meant more than that show. So, I mean, you know, he's known to be a bully. He's known to pull guns out. He pulled a gun out on this guy named Lawrence, this producer. And Lawrence he had to go to the hospital, and he had a stroke. So, you know, my sister's husband, he's a bully. He's a bully. If y'all ain't figured it out by now, he's a bully. So I'm just trying to figure out what the consequences are, Rocky. What are those consequences? And you're not going to threaten me like you threatened them. And you're definitely not going to pull a gun out on me like you did them. Because guess what? My God don't play with it. But anyway, when they asked, what is it going to take for her and I to, I guess, mend the problems we're having? When I saw her sitting there like a deer in headlights, and he came and whispered in her ear to tell her what to say, to make up with her sister, that hurt. Never lose your identity because of a man or a woman.
This gives you a little bit more insight. Well, not insight, but it gives a little more validation to why people were speculating over last year of the husband being the issue when it came down to the promoters. Because remember that the promoter said that it was issues between him and Tasha's management. Now, Tasha claimed that the promoter threatened her husband, or threatened that she was going to be a widow. But they were saying that the husband threatened him first. So this ties together, and it makes sense why Tamika saying this. It all makes sense. Rocky is the problem. He's always been the problem. He's going to continue to be the problem until he's no longer in the picture. And the biggest mistake Tasha could ever make is continuing to have her husband a part of her business. And we see how things are unfolding with that. And so, again, she said that she didn't like how in that scene that he was whispering in her ear, and she was like a deer in headlights. And then she basically was saying that in a nutshell, her sister has lost sense of herself. Like, she don't know her identity because you got this person in your ear feeding you everything to say. It's like you just a robot, you in a trance. And so it was very hurtful for her to see that. And she says, although she's going through the hurt and their family is in pain right now and going through all of this, she says she still loves her sister. She's still gonna continue to pray for her and everything. And so I wanted to come on here and talk about that, because I thought that was very, very interesting, that Tamika felt like how the viewers felt also. A lot of people were saying in the comments, a lot of people were saying just in general watching back, that it like he almost was lightweight threatening her. And for her to take it as that says a lot, because she says he is a bully, and we can see that. So I just came on to give my thoughts about that. But I mean, these are just my thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts down below. Go ahead and let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think Rocky is the problem? Do you believe that Rocky threatened that promoter last year? Do you believe that Tasha is really, really brainwashed by her husband? Do you believe that the mom has a lot to do with this division between the sisters and she's keeping it going? Do you feel like she enables Tasha? Also, do you feel like the group is going to be able to withstand this, be able to just survive after this show is over. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe here with us at Back in Time. But until next time,
this is a good time. Get the stepping. This is a good time. Get the stepping.